the reason why they chose secularism is because religion institutions have become so corrupt with power and money. If you found that this is great business, let's move on, right?
What if someone were to say, okay, this criticism that people have in terms of, okay, da'wah, people making money from the da'wah. Some people will say, hey, this is something that's an acceptable opinion in the fiqh, that you can get paid for this. And to do da'wah properly, you need to, say if you want to do it full time, you need to be paid for this. So they say it was just acceptable from a fiqh perspective. What are your thoughts on that?
Great, very good. As we say, kalimatu haqqin yuradu biha batil. Sometimes it's a word of truth that's being taken out of context, right? That's being used to justify falsehood. Anyone knows, akhi. Ask Christians. Ask those who left Christianity for atheism maybe a few decades ago, and a lot of them, they will tell you that the reason why they chose secularism is because religion institutions have become so corrupt with power and money, right? So money can corrupt religious message. And this is why the best of dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who are the prophets, the anbiya alayhimu salatu wasalam, it is often mentioned in the Quran, وَمَا أَسْأَلُكُمْ عَلَيْهِ أَجْرًا. I'm not asking you for any retribution for this, right? I'm not asking you for any salary, for any money for this.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, these are the highest examples of da'wah. Prophets were not asking for $1. They didn't say, cover my costs for my travel, coming to you. We're not prophets, definitely, so we don't have to sacrifice. We're not expected to sacrifice as much as prophets. The ulama, they have their sayings when it comes to, being paid to do da'wah or to teach the deen and everything. However, nothing in the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a yes with no condition. Everything has its own dawabit, has its own criteria. It's like a yes, but there are conditions. So, number one, for example, if we just put aside all the khilaf already, the fact that some ulama, they say, no, you're not allowed to take a dime for da'wah, you're supposed to be teaching. That's an opinion. We should also respect it and take it into consideration. But Imam Ibn Taymiyyah, rahimahullah, has a very beautiful tafsil, very beautiful summarized opinion on this. He says there's a difference between the one who's being paid to teach and between the one who's teaching to get paid. Meaning, what's your intention? If you're there to teach, to spread the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. However, because you're doing what we call here fardu kifaya, you're covering, a community, a collective obligation. So it is part of your right to that, the community covers you also. You obviously have family to take care of and so on and so forth, especially in the West, we live in capitalist societies and so on and so forth. This is justified, you need to pay your rent and to feed your family and everything. But if you're in the da'wah for the money, if you found that this is great business, let's move on, right? So does it have, like, rationally, aqlan, as we say, if we say that you can be paid to make da'wah and to spread the deen, whatever, is there a limit to how much you can get paid or not? If someone says, no, there's no limit, then this person is insane, right? No limit, I can say my time is worth, $100,000 per hour. If you like me, pay me.
Yeah.
Wow, this is insane.
Yeah.
So where's that limit? Yeah. Meaning, the problem is, number one, many of these du'at, modern day du'at, they have made da'wah their business. If you're in da'wah, if you have already decided to become wealthy, you have a very high standard of living, you want to enjoy life and travel around and everything, okay, fine, alhamdulillah, in the halal, but akhi, go look for another activity. Don't use the deen for that. Because it can definitely, there's no doubt, akhi, it's not complicated to understand, it will compromise your message. You will not tell people what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with. Look, if I tell, there are tons of things you can say as a da'iyah, especially in the world in which we live today, that will make people not happy, the audience, portion of your audience, the masajid, sometimes the administration. There are administrations of masajid, like openly telling their imam or the khatibs or their guests, whatever, don't talk about this, don't talk about that topic, don't talk about hijab, don't talk about alcohol, okay?
Yeah.
So obviously, if you're doing this for the money, you have no motivation inside to go against whatever. So now you're just becoming a slave of the system and not really the servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the second example is those people who are not even qualified to teach the deen. So that's another problem. Someone who's not qualified. So you tell me there's an opinion that says you can be paid to do da'wah. Yes, okay, but that's also you have to be qualified to do da'wah. But if you say, oh, remember when there was the World Cup in Brazil?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a lot of brothers, especially in Europe. I remember they were doing like these campaigns online. Finance me, donate to me. I want to go do da'wah in Brazil. I want to go do da'wah. Really, does the da'wah need you specifically in Brazil? Or you just want to go for a nice trip in Brazil, right?
Yeah.
You want to do da'wah, you can go to Africa. It costs much less than going to the World Cup, right?
So is that more like, because that would be probably a evaluation or perhaps a reminder of their intention, because their intention could be pure, right? They could have going for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, thinking there's going to be a lot of people there, a lot of intention. This is a perfect opportunity for me to have a big forum to spread the message of Islam, right?